Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and today we are going to study about Bohr's atomic model. And so let's get started. So before Bohr explained his model, he gave a line spectrum theory. So the Bohr model shows that the electrons in an atom in orbits of different energy around the nucleus. For example, think of planets orbiting around the sun. Bohr used the term energy levels or shells to describe these orbits. He said that energy of an electron is quantized. That means electrons can have one energy level or another, but nothing in between. Secondly, the energy level of an electron normally occupies its ground state, but it can move to a higher energy level, less or shell, by absorbing energy. This higher energy, less stable state is called electron excited state. After it's done being excited, the electron can return to its original ground state by releasing the energy. Sometimes the energy released by electrons occupies the portion of the electromagnetic spectrum. This can be seen by human as a visible light. Slight variations in the amount of energy are seen as light of different colors. Here you can see a clear diagram showing which one is the ground state, excited state, and releasing energy and absorbing energy. So there are some conclusions. Bohr found that which electron is near the nucleus, less energy it needs, and vice versa. So Bohr numbered the electron's energy shell. So the higher energy level number, farther the away electron is from the nucleus. Bohr also found that various energy levels can hold different number of electrons. For example, energy level 1 may hold up to 2 electrons and energy level 2 may hold up to 8 electrons and so on. So now we are going to talk about drawbacks of Bohr atomic model. So the Bohr model works very well with simple electrons such as hydrogen, which has only one electron, but not for more complex atoms. Though it has some drawbacks, but still it is used today, especially in elementary textbooks. So we have done with Bohr. Now we are going to discuss about atomic number and mass number. The sum of number of protons and number of neutrons in an atom is known as mass number. And the number of protons in an atom is known as atomic number. The average mass of an atom, taking into account all its neutrally occurring isotopes, is known as atomic mass. So now we are going to discuss about atomic number. Just now I have told that the atomic number is the number of protons in an element, and atomic number is equal to the number of protons in an atom, and it is denoted by capital Z. So now we are going to discuss about mass number. So the mass number is the number of protons plus the number of neutrons. That means mass number is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Remember that, and it is denoted by capital A. Mass number also gives the atomic mass. That means mass number is equal to atomic mass. So now we are going to discuss about isotopes. Elements having same atomic number but different atomic masses are known as isotopes. For example, carbon 12, carbon 13 and carbon 14 are three isotopes of carbon atom. 12, 13 and 14 are atomic masses of isotopes of carbon respectively. Since atomic number is the unique property of an atom, thus the atomic number of carbon is 6, even the cases of carbon 126 carbon, 136 carbon and 146 carbon. Hydrogen 1, deuterium 2, tritium 3 are three isotopes of hydrogen. The isotopes of hydrogen are written as 11 hydrogen, 21 deuterium and 31 tritium. So now we are going to study about uses of isotopes. Carbon 14 is used as carbon dating. For example, to study about age of fossils. An isotope of uranium is used as fuel in nuclear reactor. An isotope of cobalt is used in treatment of cancer. An isotope of iodine is used in treatment of goiter. So now we are going to study about the last topic, isobars. Atoms having same atomic mass and different atomic numbers are known as isobars. For example, 4018 argon and 4020 calcium. Both the elements have same atomic mass equal to 40 but different atomic numbers, that is argon has atomic number equal to 18 and calcium has atomic number equal to 20. So here we came with the end. So if you like this video, then give a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.